yesterday when I checked in, the idea that was there was that we can all create a bridge using our creative mind and our inner resources and our connection with non-ordinary reality. We can connect things that we wish to connect through a kind of inner bridge we make. So, what does this mean, an inner bridge? It might sound a little weird. Let's first just check out together and share in the chat. Are there any like two things in your life that you want more connection with, or you want them to exist peacefully together or to be joined in some way? It could be like two things you care about. Like one could be maybe a role in your life. Like I'm just thinking as a mom, it might be that, well, of course, like our role as a mom might be really central to us. And then there's self-care and our need to maybe exercise or make certain food for ourselves or whatever it is, or work or learn. And instead of feeling that these two very important things, our self-care and our role as a mom, are somehow at odds with each other, we want to connect them with a form of a bridging, a peace building. Or it could be two parts of yourself that are actively kind of feeling like a tug of war inside. That happens sometimes when it comes to a decision being made. It can happen in relationships sometimes. So I'm curious, can anyone identify that in themselves? It might be helpful to identify that before the practice today. Two things that you want to build more connection with. It could be two values, two sort of identities, a habit you want, maybe a new habit you want to start and an old habit. Like I love chocolate, I love ice cream. I want to be very healthy and I want my gut to be very healthy. So I want some kind of peace between my love of these tastes and my desire for this health. So that's an example. Actually, as life would have it, I developed a dairy allergy. So there went my favorite now I have coconut ice cream, but not quite the same. Um Oh, beautiful. So intimate relationships and self-improvement was shared there, eating healthy. Um, Sometimes it's two people we love. Sometimes it's our relationship between two different people we love, or even two types of traditions. I have that one a lot. I was going to say weird, but I shouldn't say weird. I have an interesting connection to certain Eastern traditions and a very clear, firm desire to not label myself in any particular tradition. So that's something I want to build peace between, that it's okay to be me in this way. So, beautiful ego and deeper self. I love that. I love that. I love that so much. Once I was on a retreat and I was so filled up by hearing all this stuff about drop your ego, drop your ego, drop your ego. I just thought, could my ego like marry my true self? Like, could they just like create some kind of commitment to each other? And that's sort of what I came to, is that it's, ego means different things to different people. But for me, it's sort of like personality. This person can be at peace and in very good harmony and relationship with what is beyond, what is here and more than the ego or personality. So definitely see that as being a good theme. Okay, I love all the shares. My role in relationships with others and my role in business. Beautiful. Yeah. Okay, so let's look again at what we're going to be doing, and then we'll just go ahead and start. So we're gonna do certain practices that lead the body and energy into a state that creates an easier time for the journey with ourself, our inner journey, to be extra extra nourishing to our whole body and to all of our energy, and to be really integrated. So that's why we do the breathing and the energy practices. That's kind of my reason why. So alternate nostril breathing balances the nervous system. It helps us open the different energetic channels and come into greater knowing of the central channel. This helps us have really lovely energetic flow and interconnection. And then when we do the body points connection practice, what we're doing, I don't know exactly how it's going to go today, but it's based.
What do I really?
Oh, sorry. It looks like somebody got unmuted for a moment. No worries. So when we do the connection energy practice, we're going to be like inviting two parts of ourselves. You can't see my lower hand is on my like solar plexus. So like, two parts of the body, but also the energy and any held emotions or experiences that might be in the body connecting with each other. So this is kind of a bridge building through. It might be like I'm trying to get to the back of my heart, takes a little stretching, but it might be the front and back of the body. It might be the two ears, the two hands. It might be the hands and the feet. We're connecting these points in the body. So we're building the energy and the felt experience through the physical and the energetic of building a bridge. And this creates ease. This creates greater connection and flow. When you start to feel your energy like in a healthy, enlivened flow, it can be as though you're feeling everything at once in your body. If there's been sort of a stagnation somewhere, which happens to all of us, like that's like no problem. You can't feel a certain energy center or a certain part of your body feels tight or blocked, or there's resistance or pain, or there might be like an experience of fogginess. When that is released, then things flow. And what we often feel, it might be a temperature shift, it might be tingles, it might be very sweet emotions, and it might literally be a flow we feel, or just that we feel more in our whole system. And that's that connection happening. So that might happen today. I hope it does. And then our creative mind peace bridge journey, not sure exactly how that's going to go. We're going to let that be a mystery, and we're going to create it individually, but also we create it together by holding this space in community for all of us to be able to create a peace bridge between two parts of self, two aspects, two timing situations, relationships, whatever it is, to bring us more harmony and connection. So let's just begin with alternate nostril breathing. And if you've never done this before, please watch me for a moment. And if you have done it, just go ahead and do it your own way. If you have a way that's slightly different than my way, please honor what you know and what feels comfortable. If you find that one side of the nostrils is really blocked, you can't breathe there, don't push it. Just breathe the way you can breathe, however that is, nose, mouth, ears, whatever it is. Breathe the way you can breathe. And so I'm just going to do the one finger method now. So closing the right side and breathing in through the left to the count of 4. After you reach the 4th count, see if you can rest a moment in your forehead area. And that's a kind of holding and pausing of the breath. And then switching sides, exhaling on the right side to the count of 4. And at the bottom of the exhale, you're going to pause there for 1 or 2 seconds, maybe 4. And then you're going to inhale on the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch sides with your nostril. And as you pause, holding your breath, bring your attention to your forehead. Now exhaling on the left side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath at the bottom of the exhale. Feel that expansion. Inhaling on the left side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding your breath, switching fingers and nostrils. So now your left is closed and your right is open. Exhaling right side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding the breath, feeling the expansion in the exhale. Inhaling right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Closing the right side, holding the breath, focusing on the forehead. Exhaling left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding the breath, feeling that expansion as you pause the breath. Inhaling left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding the breath. And as you switch sides, go to your forehead. Feel inside the forehead. Exhaling right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding the breath, feeling the expansion. Inhaling right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding the breath, feeling into the forehead as you switch sides. Exhaling left. Now count for yourself. When you're ready, after the exhale, hold the breath as you expand. And when you're ready, inhaling on the left side. Holding the breath and bringing attention to your forehead area as you switch sides. Exhaling on the right. Holding the breath on the right side. Inhaling right. Holding the breath at the top of the inhale, feeling inside the forehead and switching sides. Exhaling left. Now go at your own pace for 2 breaths. When you're ready, drop your hands. Continue to feel the 2 sides of your body. So with your next inhale, inhale feeling the left side of your body as you inhale. Your nostrils are both open, they're both being used, but your focus is on your left side. As you hold your breath, your focus is on your left side. As you exhale, your focus is on your left side. Then inhale on the right side, feeling the whole right side of the body as you inhale. Holding your breath there on the right side. Exhaling completely, fully on the right side. Now inhale and imagine that you're in the inside your body. As you inhale and hold your breath, you're feeling the inner highway right in the center of your being. Breathing out fully, completely, and just bringing your attention to this energy experience. It might just be in thoughts right now, and that's perfect in your imagination. But as you just breathe deeply in and then hold the breath, focusing on your forehead and exhaling completely out, just imagine this line or river or flow of energy in the middle of the body, kind of right in front of the spine. It's not a physical line, it's an energetic river or highway or path of some kind. And it just, as you breathe in And you breathe out now in your own rhythm, your own timing. Let yourself connect. And I let my hands assist me. So my hands are doing what they want to do. And what they want to do today is both want to go up and down at a different time. So they meet in the middle. And just the breath is continuing to flow. There's attention given to that central channel. And then when you're ready, just resting in an open position. What does it mean to let your body just relax and be open? There might be a sigh, there might be a stretch, there might be a kind of wiggle. You might need to flick the fingers or twist a little. And taking a moment now to connect with your 2 feet. First, feeling the right foot and then the left foot. And then feeling both feet at the same time. Just breathing and being with your feet. These 2 points of connection. And it's okay if there's words that your mind is making to help you. Could be hello feet or 2 feet or 2 points. And next, go to the hands, feeling first to the right hand, and it might want to move a little as you say hello to the right hand, and then the left hand, and then both hands at once, just feeling into both hands and both feet. So 4 points now. And just breathing, opening, relaxing as you inhale and exhale naturally. Now let's go to our shoulders, just feeling our one shoulder first and then the other shoulder. Saying hello to the shoulders. You might go a little deeper in and say hello to the shoulder blades. And just feeling both points at once. Maybe you feel the 2 shoulders and the 2 hands. Maybe there's another 2 points in the body that you naturally find, like your 2 eyes or your 2 cheeks or your 2 ears. And just being with that noticing of 2 points in the body as you breathe naturally, and you can be with the points and with the breath. And it's okay if you're not with any of it. It's okay if you find that your focus is in your forehead or your heart or the back of your head. That's okay. We're going to welcome all experience. There's no right or wrong. And let's come down the body a little bit. Let's come into the belly area and just noticing the hips, the seat. You might want to put a hand on your lower stomach and just say hello to this part of you, letting your energy come in and down as you breathe. And then putting another hand on your heart space, connecting with the lower body and the heart space, feeling your way into a kind of flow, a caring connection between your energy heart and your lower belly, your lower body. And then let's take the hand that's on the lower belly and move it up to the solar plexus, right where your lower ribs are. And just breathe and connect. Really, actually let go of any doing. Just knowing your hands are there making that connection, and you can just relax. Everything is allowed. There's just an ease and an openness in this connection. And just notice if there's anywhere that your attention goes in the body, say hello to that place. It might be asking for connection. So wherever it goes, give it some connection. Send your loving support either from the lower body or the solar plexus or the heart to that other place in the body and just feeling that connection. If nothing speaks to you in the body, then take a hand and put it on the top of your head and the other hand on your lower stomach area. And just see what it's like to invite connection between these two areas. Easy, easy and sweet. Everything's allowed. We might just say the word aloud or flow. I'm okay. I'm one. Any I statement that feels giving to yourself, kind. And then letting your hand drop from the top of your head. Let yourself just pet the back of your head a second. Like just a nice, gentle stroke to the back of your head. And if there's any tension in the top of your head, you might want to just do a little scalp pull. If you open your eyes, you can see I just bring the fingers together where the middle part would be. I have a side part, but just letting there be a little massage. And this helps if any attention has gathered in the head. Attention can create tension. And then to the heart. Hello, heart. And we're going to do a short little practice with infinity symbols. So just opening your eyes. You can let the hands create infinity symbols simultaneously, or you can use one hand at a time and just being with the shape. However it speaks to you, it might be with the hands, it might be with the whole upper body. It might be tracing the finger around the eyebrows and down around the eyes, going across at the bridge of the nose, just feeling that infinity symbol. And an infinity symbol connects two circles. And when you're ready, just relaxing the shoulders. Feels really right for me right now to just open my palms and take a moment to receive. And in this moment of receiving, if your palms are open, kind of facing the sky at either side of you, maybe just below shoulder level, see what it's like just to feel into the center of the palms. And imagine that there is a rainbow that goes from one palm over your head to the other palm. And just see what it's like to play with this rainbow, sending it over your head. And this rainbow gives to you. You receive all the rainbow's light, beauty, colors. And you just gently go back and forth, feeling that rainbow. And when you're ready, let go of any imagining. Bring your awareness to that sensation in your hands and then see where your hands want to go. Maybe they want to stay open and receiving. Maybe they want to come into the body, or they want to hold each other together in front, kind of saying hello to the hands. Whatever feels right for you. And from here, we're going to just drop in a little deeper. The body can find its comfortable stillness. The breath is here as your friend, gently flowing in and out, letting the breath be natural, rhythmic, steady, and knowing that you're connected to earth, connected to your body. The emotional spirit of this journey is ease and freedom, acceptance and peace. And any thoughts, sensations, feelings that come, they're welcome. You can allow them to come and you can allow them to go. So you don't have to grab any thought or any sensation. You just say hello, and you can just notice in some way it shifts and moves and and changes, and you're just an open space of allowing. Now bringing to mind a very beautiful place where you don't have to see the place. You can let yourself have kind of words or knowing or just imagining without pictures or with pictures of this beautiful place. And this place, maybe it's a village or a town or a city or a suburb, wherever it is, or maybe there's not a lot of buildings. It's just out in nature, but there is a river, a gentle river that runs through this area. And this gentle river has built from one side to the other a bridge. And just imagining now in your own way what this bridge might be like. Is it made of a certain substance like wood or metal? And just letting your body even, you might be more kinesthetic and you might just start to kind of feel the location, the trees, the gentle river, the two sides of the area, and the bridge between them. This might be felt in the body. And just imagining, allowing your creative mind to be healing and helpful to you. Letting this bridge between these two places take even more shape and form, noticing its strong foundation. Noticing if there's a shape over the bridge or what the side rails are like. This is a strong, loving, it's a brave bridge. It goes between these two places and it helps. It helps people and animals cross it. Your bridge might be big enough for cars or it might be a walking bridge. You design it. There may be a spot where people stop on the bridge and they look out and they see a beautiful view. And it just brings a feeling of expansion, a sense of beauty, wonder, as a person stops on the bridge and looks out from that point. And this is your bridge. This is your place that you're imagining or feeling in the body. You can let the hands move if you want to help you feel it, as though one hand is on one side of the bridge and the other hand is on the other, and you are that bridge in the middle. Your face, your smile may be that middle point of wonder, of delight, as one looks out and sees the view from the bridge that's different from the view on either side. And it could be that you notice in one hand or one side that this one aspect of you is more there on one side, And this other aspect of you that you would like to build a bridge towards is on the other side. Or it could just be that for today, it's this feeling of the peace bridge connecting these two sides. You don't even have to know what's on one side or the other. And your body will do some of this peace building on its own. The body may start to gently move. The hands might reach out a little, creating even greater expansion and room in the heart area. And you just notice the body, you notice the imagination, you notice this place, the quality of your bridge. Does it have a color? Does it have a kind of architectural style? And you notice the water that flows under the bridge. Is it clear? Does the river have little stones or a sandy shore? Are there trees? Can you imagine animals or birds or people enjoying the shoreline? And can you imagine walking from one side of the bridge to the other side of the bridge, just feeling what it's like to be on the bridge and with ease, with comfort, in great safety. It's the safest bridge you've ever known. You can walk on the bridge, stopping to admire the view, the feeling. You created this bridge. And just notice what it's like for your body to acknowledge your own inner brilliance, your own inner wonder, or any other emotion. And just staying with that sense of being very peaceful and content as you are on the bridge, and letting that feeling extend out into your arms and into your hands and into your legs. And when you're ready, letting the body relax even more. Maybe the hands come down. And just feeling into the body now. Letting go of any attempt to create or imagine the bridge or the place, just being with your own felt experience in the entire body. And see what it's like to let your energy be quite relaxed and open and expanded. You might feel the space around you. You might feel the space behind you, to your sides, in front of you, the space above you, the space below you. And in your own way, you can bring that connection with space into the inner body, the inner noticing. You can connect with the inside of your legs, the inside of your torso, the inside of your heart, the inside of your throat and head. And just coming into that connection with that center of your being. And when you wish, you can expand out in connection with the space around you, letting yourself go just as far as feels right for you today. It could be the whole room. It could be further. It could be just an inch around the body. And just allowing as you breathe and imagine and connect, and then coming in again, maybe going right into the central channel, the lower belly, feeling your seat, your inner legs, your feet, your hands and arms, your chest, your throat, your face, your neck, feeling inside the body and just resting, knowing that you can find a zone somewhere between this inner being and this expansion. that feels perfect, balanced. And just notice what that's like. You might bring attention to the palms of your hand again, resting on your legs, and just feel a gentle rhythm, like a breathing of the whole body in and out. And you don't have to do anything right now. For just a minute, you're just going to be. And when you're ready, allowing yourself to set an intention for your own inner peace bridge. Whatever that peace bridge is connecting, honor it. Hold that intention dear and close to you. Let it feel as like an expansion, a bridge, a peace sign. And if you'd like, send wishes for peace building bridges that every human being can have, and perhaps animals and nature as well. And thank any of your guides or angels that were here supporting you. Thank your person, your personality, your ego. Thank your true self. And this community that together creates experiences and builds peace just through being in a space that each one creates and shares. And when you're ready, opening your eyes, taking your time. If you feel that it would benefit you, you can bring your hands together and just sort of gently massage them, saying hello to them. And if it feels good to kind of rub your eyebrows gently or do that scalp pull again, massaging your head. And it could be that you want to do the French press, intertwining the fingers and letting the energy slowly, slowly settle down, just like you're making an amazing cup of coffee. Okay. Realize I tell everyone to have their water near them, but my water is a little far away. I'm going to stretch. My water was off screen. So, how was that for you guys? Would anyone like to share or have a question? You guys know how to raise your hand and reactions. Ashley, hi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
That was lovely, and I learned and I experienced something. You know, my husband died a year and a half ago, and so as a coach, I had to stop coaching because I couldn't. You have to open my heart, and this was great. The left side of my body is very peaceful, very happy. The right side of my body is very tight and dark. And I had no idea. So that was, I'm gonna now have to keep working on this because I don't know what it means. I don't think I'm gonna make any stories up about it. It's just,
Yeah.
I'm just thankful for this experience. Thank you so much. That's really all I've got.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing. And, many of us will feel a difference between the two sides of the body. And I think you're totally right to not make up a story about it. I think one thing that can be done is just in the noticing and going back and forth in the noticing of the feeling. And if there's any intention you want to set, like we were doing today, building peace between the two sides, whatever
Mm,
feels right. I'm going to honor the two sides of me.
mm. Yeah,
That can be helpful.
what came up a lot was like a sense of healing the right side.
Mhm.
I think that, when he was ill and caregiving and all that stuff, I think it's still sort of stuck in there and I didn't recognize it. So this is a gift to like an opening of a path now. It's like, oh, you got the work to do. It is weird because I've been having right hip pain and right knee pain and all this
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh, that's incredible. Well, I thank you for sharing, and
Oh,
I'm gonna share some suggestions that are not meant
no.
just for you at all, but if anyone else noticed one part of their body, it might have been one side or one part, like my collarbones or I don't know, my left foot, whatever it is. I have a sprain on my left foot, so that's probably why I said that. But whatever it is, you can also invite that part of your physical body to talk to you and just tell you what it needs, ask it questions. So whether it's something kind of wider, like the whole middle area or one side, or it's just one thing, my index finger, you can invite communication, and you can, before a meditation, write down some questions that you're going to ask it. So once you get into like a nice breathing flow and relaxation, then you bring in your questions, and that can be a very healing experience, and it's individual for each of us. There's no way that that's supposed to go. There's never a right or wrong. You're coming up with your questions and you're receiving the communication from your body. Okay. And Jeanette, hi, good morning.
Hi, good morning, good afternoon. Thank you again for this wonderful meditation session. I invited my dad to join, and for the first time, he participated, and I think it felt really good afterwards. So
Oh,
I just want to
good.
graciously thank you so much. I felt during this meditation today, I felt some sort of an energy from this right side. I have a window here on this
Mhm.
side, and it was, I wish I had a better definition for it, but I
Yeah.
felt some sort of an entrance of an energy,
Hmm.
more grounding. Um, so yeah, I just
And so I'm just curious, was your attention kind of going to sounds outside and then something came from that side, or not really?
um, that's a good question. Possibly,
Yeah.
possibly I was focused. I want to say I was very focused on the meditation, but it could have been from a sound outside, but it was also a feeling, like a
Yeah.
sensation of
Yeah.
some sort of an entrance of a force, of an energy,
Yeah.
into my system. So I love the rainbow and the bridge.
Yeah, I
Um,
like the holding of the rainbow. Yeah. And
yeah.
just, it's okay when we're meditating if we do, like like in my space, for example, I have an air conditioning unit on my right side. So it would be natural for my attention to sometimes hear that. And also, I understand in non-ordinary reality, we all might have guides, guardian angels, ancestors who are meditating with us. And in our normal state, we don't notice them, but then we enter a certain frequency where it's like, oh, you are here. And that happens to me not every time, but almost every time I guide a meditation or when I meditate. So at some point, kind of like what you're saying, Jeanette, an energy is there. And, as long as we feel that this is a supportive energy, everyone has that choice of how much they merge or don't merge with the helper or the energy. And you can also play with inviting that in and saying, just sit by me or help me guide this practice. That's what I do. I assume if that energy is there, it's my guide and it will be of assistance in this practice. And
Yeah.
then I listen to what it gives me intuitively to share. Yeah. And
Mhm.
it could be with you, Jeanette, that you receive guidance and you write it in your journal, or you just kind of note it and then later you remember it.
Yeah, there were
Yeah.
2 people physically present in the room, but I guess there were more that were.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing. And
Thank you.
hello to Jeanette's dad, if you're still here. Hello, welcome.
Yeah, that's
Be well.
that's
Okay. And Sharon, hi, how are you? All right.
Unmute. Oh my goodness. I am so grateful that you are offering this for free because I'm paying off cancer bills right now. And I had breast cancer and it was on my left side. And I have a lot of religious trauma. And so I'm deconstructing my faith right now.
Wow. Yeah.
This is powerful stuff. And I'm a reading teacher by trade.
Uh-huh.
I used to do a therapy. It was like reading therapy with
Uh-huh.
that were very dyslexic. And the most dyslexic student I ever worked with was my adult adopted son. When he was a child, I only say he was adopted because the trauma he lived through was before we got him and after we got him, because we would give him Bible verses to push down his big emotions.
Mm.
As effective as whiskey. Like he wasn't connecting with the words. He was just wanting to please us. And it wrecks me that I hurt him, but like during my cancer journey, we had to stop enabling his addiction to alcohol.
Mhm.
So he's healing, but it's hard and it takes a lot of time. It
Yeah.
takes a lot of time to heal trauma wounds, but I used to do that
Oh, for the dyslexia, the infinity. Yeah. Yeah.
it balances the right and left side of the brain. And it was the most powerful with my son of all the students. And
Wow.
I got powerful tingling on my left side when I was doing the bridge meditation. And I for decades, I told people, Jesus is the bridge to God. And I would I would have this cross on the bridge. Like I would draw a picture of this is you, this is God, and your sin is separating you. So you need the cross. And maybe we do, but I don't know. Who am I? I'm a human. How am I going to tell another human, I know what God's going to do with you? I don't. I know when I have peace, that's all I know. And I had peace during this exercise. And I don't be mad at me, y'all, but I still need my Jesus. Because when I was little, he made me,
Beautiful. That's beautiful. Yeah.
when I didn't die, when I was being abused,
Yeah.
I believed he saved me. And maybe he did. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. And I admire you and your courage and like all these different areas and just the beauty of your share. I think it touches all of us. So, whether or not we're a parent, to share that way is so profound. So thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah,
For doing this. Okay.
of course. I do it because I love it. Actually, I should share with everyone again for free. I think in September, I'm going to be doing a 30-day meditation practice. So for 30 days, I'm going to be offering meditation every morning, California time. And it's not like, I hope it helps people. It also helps me. So I hope that you guys will want to join me in some way on that 30-day journey. I'm probably gonna have a different time. It's probably gonna be a little earlier my time, so I make sure that I can, do it every day regardless of my other schedule. So I'll write to you about that. I know it's only 2 weeks away, but now I've said it, so that's the beginning of the commitment process.
I believe you have the gift that I found I have when I was on chemo, and you probably have heard of it. I had never heard of it before chemo. It's the highly sensitive person trait.
Yes.
I'm actually, I'm healing and I'm writing, but I'm writing a book about deconstructing because I've got like crazy stories, and you, like, this is powerful. You must be paid for this, right?
Well, a lot of the people here are my students at Coaching Institute, and I offer programs, that people pay for. And so about 5 years ago, when I really looked inside and thought, what do I really want to do? It was like, I really want to lead more meditation. And and it's been ever since. So hopefully it'll just keep going. Because I think the more all of us share together and then in our own communities, that's why I always say everything I do here is for everyone to use. Like, it's not, and then if anyone, of course, wants to train with me, wants to learn to guide meditations through my method, I'm available for that. It's not that I, of course, need to earn a living and take care of myself and my family, but that's not the reason for my sharing meditation.
Hey,
Yeah. Thank you. And Rish, hi, how are you?
Hi, Magali. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. It was, for me, I fell asleep kind of halfway through.
Good.
But yeah.
Was that okay with you to fall asleep?
I think so.
Okay.
I kind of woke up towards the end of the meditation when it was like, okay, we can start opening our eyes, and somehow I tended to wake up then. I think it was more of a trance than sleep, perhaps.
Yes, that will often be the case when we're
Yeah.
meditating, that it's a certain brainwave. I'm so bad. I'm very dyslexic, so I don't always remember all the terms, but there is that brainwave pattern where we're more in kind of a dream state,
Perhaps.
and that can happen often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it felt powerful, and I'm gonna watch the recording, hopefully, to
Okay. Yeah.
do some of the exercises of the rainbow and the bridge. I missed all that.
Yeah, and since you do in your coaching work with parents and want to work with more parents and men, and especially if people are right after the difficulty of a separation or a divorce, they might use this practice. When you listen again, the peace bridge is to connect two different events or relationships or values or roles. And so it can also be a connection between like who I was
Yeah,
before I
state.
got married and who I am now, or who I was during the marriage and who I am now,
Yeah.
or a connection between two forms of love, or peace building in the relationship that has evolved and changed. So there's lots of ways that this could help in that kind of a coaching.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, made me feel quite relaxed and balanced and centered.
Yeah, beautiful.
In the exercise, and afterwards I do feel like I was literally looking at the data on my heart rate app. My average heart rate's gone down by about 5 beats per minute, which is nice.
That's good data. That's really good to know. All
Really
right.
useful.
Thank you for sharing, and good to
Thank
see
you.
you. Are you in London now?
Yeah, I'm back to the UK.
You're back in
about
London.
a-
Okay,
about a month.
great.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, be well.
Thanks.
And Inez, hi, how are you? And Inez, tell us where you are.
Hi, I'm south of Munich in the landscape in a little village. Yeah, right before the Alps. Very beautiful area. Yeah. Yeah, now since I raised my hand, I got nervous. I was very relaxed. I almost
Isn't that amazing how we can go from relaxed to nervous?
yes, so fast.
Yeah.
And I raised my hand because I want to say this is very helpful for me, these types of meditation, because I just said to my osteopath 2 weeks ago when I had so much back pain, I said, that's so interesting. I only feel my body through pain. Otherwise, I don't know what's really going on. And this type of meditation really helps me to focus on this side and this hand, and then the other parts. I felt like playing piano, even I don't know, but I have to focus on 2 things in the body, then 2 more, then the forehead. And I thought, wow, this is a great training to focus on my inner world. And I know that helps me to feel myself even in the presence of others, because this is what I often realize with me. I am very open, and I am just, as soon as I am with somebody, I feel the other one, but not me. And just to realize that is one thing, but what to do?
Yes.
Change that, because I thought this is how I'm wired. Somehow I can't change that, but I can train to focus different. And I think this is a very helpful for that. I got this. This is why I want to say that. And thank you so much, because this is a very positive way to feel my body.
Yes, thank you for sharing that. And
Yeah.
you help me, and that you remind me to say, today we won't have enough time, but next meditation group, what I want to do is go right into small group meetings where our work, you could say our work, is to stay in those parts of the body as we just say hello to each other. We don't have to say anything profound, just hello, just be in communication while being in one's body. So it sounds so easy for some people. For other people, it's not so easy. And I have to practice it all the time. I have to bring attention to my feet, to my core, as I'm relating to other people. I mean, it's something that I, like you, for whatever reason, life sort of conditioned me to go right into someone else's experience.
Yeah, I mean, for me, this is very helpful. I realize the other one, and I have questions. They say, wow, this is a great question. Like, because it's just feeling this, it's natural coming to me, or people start to tell me their stories, and I'm like, okay, interesting. So there's a strong connection, and but I lost myself through that many times, and I lost energy for that a lot. And so I have to learn, or I want to learn, because I want to work with people more and more. I want to say thank you, because this is very touching. The peace topic is what brought me finally back to really restart the coaching process.
Yeah.
Because peace is my heart wish for whatever is going on. This is, I think, I ask myself, what is the main thing for me? What do I want to help with in this world? Because I stopped teaching now, because that is not a good situation for me. Maybe because of that, this is too harsh for me, in the way how it's organized here. So I thought, help to bring peace in this world, and this is.
And I know you do, I know it's been a long time since we've been together in physical space, but I do remember, just sharing space with you, and that you really exude this quality of peace. So
I discovered that just for myself, to get this in my consciousness, and this is the motivation to thrive, because this is I think what this world what helps to survive in this world for all of us.
Yes, I agree. All right, thank you. And 2 more shares. I'm excited to hear from Bernadette and Joyce. Hi, Bernadette. Are you there? I know your video had to go off. Bernadette, I'm going to go to Joyce first, and then I'll call on you. Joyce, hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Great. I always love these meditations. It is so grounding and calming. And even when I feel like I'm already in a calm space. I'm like, there is a calmer space. So I love that deeper feeling. It's like when you feel like, oh, my body already feels good, and then you get a massage and you're like, oh, there is a better feeling.
Yes, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Felt today, it was wonderful, and I love the imagery of the bridge going over the flowing stream, and connecting those two parts. I thought that was really beautiful. And I always at the end, I'm like, can we just go for 15 more minutes, just longer? I always feel like just a little longer. But I know
Well,
I
you know what you should do is just if you can just turn off that computer and keep going.
yeah, I could, but I always love the end with you.
Oh, it's nice to hear the shares. Yeah.
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 I did have a practical question though.
Sure.
On the breathing, when we let the air out at breathing out for 4, and then we have no air left and we're holding for 4, and then you talk about the expansion, and I wondered if you could elaborate a little bit more, because I'm just like trying to have my breath, and I'm like, how am I supposed to expand? I'm not understanding.
So that was not a good word choice for you. So it might be a different word for you. So when you exhale, and let me just do it for a sec. It might be just a relaxing and letting go, a dropping down. For me, energetically, it feels like the air goes out and it's like whoosh, expansion, and that's holding there. And then the air comes in. But I would suggest you don't even hold your breath as long if you practice this on your own, or if you're teaching someone that doesn't feel good holding the breath, let go of the holding breath part.
So with that, when you breathe out, when you let all the air out, then you're holding your breath for 4 when you let it all out?
Yes. So you exhale and then you hold the breath for 4. And in that holding of the breath, it can feel like a dropping down and out, like and maybe it's not even down for some people. It's just like when I say expansion, it's as if like, look at my hands, like it's just the body is held there for a moment.
Okay. I think maybe like for me, it would be more of just a resting than a holding.
That's good. That's a good word, resting. Yep.
Okay, that
Beautiful. Yeah. And it can also be the other word that can be used as like just pausing, just stillness, and this is good. It's good to get feedback on words. It's good to try different words. The words are just sort of, pointers to an experience. And when we can talk about the actual experience, it's better. Do we feel nervous when we're holding our breath, or do we feel like natural? One of the things that can happen with energy experiences, or kind of energy awakenings, you could say, is the body will start having natural breathing practices shown. So anyone who's here who does a lot of meditation or breathing work, sometimes you'll just start to get this feeling that you want to hold your breath, or that you want to breathe really quickly, or that you want to breathe really slowly. And I just suggest listening to the body when that happens. If the body wants to hold breath, let that happen. If the body wants to do like fire breathing, fast breathing, allow that. Just the body is very intelligent energetically about what it needs to move energy and kind of, I don't know if this is the right word, but kind of upgrade the system in a way so you can receive more energetic downloads.
Do you think that we need to train the body to breathe deeper, like to balance the nervous system, or to just do what we're so used to doing all the time?
That's a great question. So I might sound a little unpopular when I say this. So but here it goes. So you wanted my opinion. My opinion is that the breathing practices are wise. They're incredible. There's, deep traditions that teach breathing practices. So if you're learning breathing practices in one of those traditions, then you'll learn like the reason for different practices. So practicing this alternate nostril breathing is really helpful to the body. As long as it's like less than 10 minutes a day, it's very safe. If someone were to do that for a long time, there could be other helpful, but maybe not effects. I don't really know. I am not a master breath teacher at all. I'm a little worried about all of the videos out there and the people teaching breathing techniques who might not be masters in those traditions, and they have people pushing the energy to create mystical spiritual experiences through certain breathing patterns. Now, they will happen, it's true. But if our whole system isn't ready for those big bursts of energy or experiences, it can be unhelpful versus helpful. So that's why I just say do any breathing practice with caution and build up to it. Don't overdo it. When the body starts to give you the practices, listen. I would listen to the body. And like for me, even though I practiced pranayama and yoga for decades before I had a really solid meditation practice, it was the stillness, open meditation practice that then brought in the breathing teachings that came from more direct connection with energy or with source, however you want to, I don't even know, but that didn't come until I really practiced deep meditation. But for some people, it might be the other way. They practice the breathing and then it takes them to the deep meditation. So anyways, you got me to share a bit of an opinion. Thank you, Joyce.
I appreciate the clarity.
Yeah, thank you. And Bernadette, how are you?
I'm good. So I'm
Good.
back. So I've been a student of yours since 2006. I've been wanting to do coaching, but until now I haven't found my niche. That's why I don't know what to do. But today I feel I found it, because I feel like I will be like a mental health coach or meditation healing coach, because every time we do this kind of meditation, I feel I am being healed. I would say, remember there was a time I told you that I don't understand this meditation, why people are seeing or feeling whatever, but I just stayed. But I think I found it. I would say like it works to meditation is something personal that I feel like I would rather do this as my coaching, as my way of coaching, rather than, since I've been out for you for like a year or two, and because I've been also attending coaching with other people and then being on training and different kind of businesses. But I feel like this is my place, and I feel like confident if I pursue this kind of coaching, and then my niche will be meditation or healing. I feel confident because I know that if ever I have client, I have person to run to. I feel like I don't have to worry if I have client that I don't know what to do. There is Magali. That's what I feel right now. And I feel like, I think I would rather start, and I feel like I'm ready now because I would rather do like meditation healing. I'm gonna play with my mind with that one.
Beautiful,
and I feel
beautiful.
I am confident.
It's a powerful way to help people. So powerful.
Yeah.
Oh,
Especially
well,
with the
I'm a big
meditation.
fan. So
Yeah.
please write to me, Bernadette, with any ideas of, you want to share with me, or, you have shared in the past some of your wording and that kind of thing. And I'm always happy to be a resource.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, so
So
good
I'm
to
being
see you. And
thankful
I love
today.
the pink. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you everyone for sharing this time together. And I will be sharing, I'm trying to get good about sending everyone a replay about 2 days after the meditation. So I will do that. And I look forward to hopefully a very full September schedule, and I'll announce that as well. Take care, guys. Be well.